It's my personal. Okay, now
Okay.
I'm live. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the Power Minute podcast, where we spotlight exceptional mind driving change, purpose, and leadership. So today we are honored to welcome Mr. John Plumstead, a multifaceted leader whose journey bridges the world of military services, business strategy, and entrepreneurial excellence. John is currently serving as a partner at Bravo Global Staffing and Grey Line Investment, where he brings his veteran grit and leadership into the world of business and staffing solution. I would like to do the welcome in my Power Minute show. Welcome, Mr. John Plumstead. How are you?
Doing great, Rubab. I'm excited to talk to you and learn all about the stuff you're doing and share my experience as well this morning.
Mr. John, I will ask some question about your military experience, your leadership skills, and as well as the business ownership and entrepreneurship. So, my first question, and I would like to ask that what inspired you to join the U.S. Army?
Yeah, I think I was always one of those kids that liked playing soldier, right? When I was young and liked wrestling with other boys and being physical and competitive. I always really liked sports, and I think the natural progression of that was to be drawn towards the military. And because of just kind of a series of events, I had the opportunity to go to the United States Military Academy, our national school for the Army. So got to go study there, become an officer in the Army, and then serve for a little over 10 years as an active duty Army officer. So it was a great experience overall.
So, what was the biggest, you can say, leadership challenge you faced in the Army?
I think the biggest leadership, well, I deployed to Afghanistan for a year. So I was in a combat zone, um, where we were getting in firefights quite often, lots of IEDs and stuff. I led through that, right? So that was a very exciting, stressful time. But I think ultimately the biggest leadership challenge is just the day-to-day leadership that people need, right? Like the stories of combat sound more exciting, but I think the hardest part about leadership is just showing up day after day after day and doing the little things day after day with your team.
All right. So, my next question is what skills did you bring from military life into your civilian business ventures?
I think direct communication. Sometimes in business, people try to communicate in a very soft manner and they suggest how they want you to do things. Where in the military, you don't have time to make suggestions. In the military, you say, do this now, I need it done. Right. So I think a direct communication style. I think team building in the military, you have to make sure your unit is a good, strong team and you've got a lot of trust within the organization. So I think I think that helped. I think this attitude of in the military as leaders, you're not allowed to give excuses. You just have to figure it out. So that's one thing I've brought to entrepreneurship is no matter what the market is telling me, no matter what the customers are telling me, no matter what prices do, I just have to figure it out. My job as the leader of the organization is to just figure it out.
That's great. So, John, tell me about that. How do you manage your time across different ventures like Bravo Global and Grey Line Investments?
So can you ask the question again, please?
Yeah, how do you manage your time?
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I work long days, every day of the week, and then work on the weekends as well. But I'm very disciplined with my time, so I block off my calendar. So if I have 2 hours, I'm working on a specific thing. I don't look at Slack or email or text messages or whatever. I'm completely focused on that task for 2 hours, and then maybe after those 2 hours, I'll get caught up on email and messages, and then maybe I'll do another 2 hours on something else. So although I'm involved in multiple businesses, I don't run any of those businesses on a day-to-day basis. I've got a partner or a team that run the day-to-day business in each of those. or the day-to-day operations in those businesses. So then my job is to work on projects, to lead the team, to talk about strategy. Um, so I can do that by going between those businesses. Those businesses don't need to be micromanaged by me on a daily basis.
So, John, what do you think? What is the philosophy behind the leadership skills according to your perceptions?
I think my number one thing is you have to be comfortable in your own personality. I think a lot of times in leadership, people try to act like a leader. They think they understand what a leader should act like and look like. So they try to act like that person. But ultimately, if you're a loud person, you should be a loud leader. If you are a quiet person, you should be a quiet leader. You should make sure your leadership style reflects your true personality. And then you should try to think through what type of leader you want to be, and then realize that no one is a perfect leader today, but if you keep trying to get better day after day after day, you'll be good. Maybe you'll even become a great leader at some point.
And what do you think about the fixed mindset and growth mindset to grow, to grow the business approach?
I love Carol Dweck's research and book and TED Talk all about growth mindset versus fixed mindset. I think before I had heard that concept, I had always thought about that concept, and I thought one of the reasons I had had success is because I was willing to say that I didn't understand something and I had a question and I needed someone to explain that to me. And then I heard the concept of having a growth mindset, and I'm like, oh, this is it. This is what I've been trying to capture and communicate for so long. So I think it's fundamental. I think one thing that people get wrong with a growth mindset and a fixed mindset is they think that they either have a growth mindset or they have a fixed mindset. And I don't think it actually works like that. I think throughout the day, you could look at some things with a growth mindset and some things with a fixed mindset, depending on what you're looking at and what you're thinking about and what your mood is. So I don't think it's like, hey, I read the book, I'm going to have a growth mindset, now I'm good to go. I think everyone throughout their day is going to look at different problem sets and is going to have a fixed mindset. And you have to try to have the awareness to realize when do you have a fixed mindset and then adjust it to more of a growth mindset. But I think success in a large part is due to having a growth mindset.
So, what are the biggest strengths in your personality? If you can describe yourself in 3 words with the strength, so what would it be?
I think um, maybe optimism. My business partners are just like, I don't know how you can be standing in a metaphorical fire with fireballs all around you and everything going crazy, and you're like, hey, I think we're going to be okay here, we're going to figure it out, right? So I've kind of endless optimism. I always think it's going to work out. And then maybe I would say excitement. A lot of people think that when I'm on these videos, or I do a lot of short form video on my Instagram, that I'm acting, but I'm actually just full of excitement all the time. That's just the personality that I have, is being full of excitement. And then I would say maybe people for the third one is just like, I really enjoy getting to know people. So if you think of networking or building relationships or sales or team building, leadership, all that stuff has to do with people, but I really enjoy getting to know people and their stories and what makes them tick and where they're from and how all that works. So I would say that optimism, excitement, and people for my 3 words. Good question.
So, if I talk about Bravo Global Staffing and United Janitorial Solutions, so if I ask about your team, so how do you ensure your team aligns with your company's mission?
I think number
How do
one, we
you
try to
ensure?
make
Yeah.
number one, we make sure that our company's mission is one of high character. Okay. So a normal person that wants to do good in the world can be aligned with it. If our company mission was to scam people, we would know that, like, hey, there's going to be a certain amount of people that don't want to scam people. But we always try to do high character activities. Whenever we get to a crossroads and we have to make a business decision, we ask ourselves, how can we make this decision with high character? And we make sure people in our organization know that. So then when it comes time for them to make the decision, they know, hey, as long as they make those decisions with high character, we're going to support them. And then I think you talk about the business's goals over and over and over again, right? Like, what is this business here to do? What are we trying to accomplish? Where are we trying to go? And you talk about that all the time to try to make sure you can get buy-in from the rest of the team.
That's great. As you know, this is the era of technology and artificial intelligence. So I want to know that what role does technology play in your day-to-day operations?
I run most of my business from a smartphone and a laptop, right? So it's everything, right? I have some in-person meetings, but almost all my meetings are on Zoom or huddles in Slack, where I rely on technology. Then I think for the AI front, I am using ChatGPT all day, every day. If I write a post, if I send an email, if I have a question, I look at ChatGPT like my in-office assistant that I'm using constantly, and I'm using it in more and more creative ways every day. So I'm absolutely in love with my assistant, which is ChatGPT.
100% agree. So if I talk about the business development and strategy, so how do you evaluate your potential partners or collaborators? Is there any specific strategies, or what's your opinion about it?
Yeah, I think it depends on the business, but we've got active marketing, right? So there's inbound marketing and there's outbound marketing. For inbound marketing, think about inbound marketing like a billboard, right? Like, we try to talk on LinkedIn all about the business we do, all about our offer, all about why people should do business with us. And then we get inbound traffic because of that. Our DMs get full, our connection requests get full with people like, hey, we want to work for you, or we want to work with you, we want to hire you, right? We do lots of that inbound marketing, but then we also do outbound marketing. So we find companies that we think would be good partners to work with, and we reach out to them, whether it's through cold calling or DMs or cold email. We reach out to a lot of people as well. But to me, inbound marketing and outbound marketing, 24/7 type of activity. Every strong business does lots of marketing all the time. Our business is built on marketing.
So if I talk about the personal growth mindset and advice, so how do you stay motivated and focus during, especially for the during the stress or the overloaded work?
Number one is I try to do things I really enjoy. I enjoy people. I enjoy problems. I enjoy building businesses. So I try to put myself in positions where I get to do those activities. I'm not good at the details, right? I tell people I'm really good at starting projects. I'm okay in the middle, and I'm bad finishing projects. If all I had to do was finish projects, I would hate my job, right? So I always try to make sure that I build my team around those strengths and weaknesses. So I always have a teammate or a partner that can help me finish those projects, right? So when things get crazy and it's super stressful, I know that what the company needs is what I can do. And it's not the company needs something that I'm incapable of, because if it's the finishing of the project or details or bookkeeping or some of these things I'm not great at, I know I have someone in the business that can help me complete that.
Okay, so tell me about that. What's your belief or your mindset according to win-win position or 80-20 position? What do you think about it? Win-win or win-loss position?
Yeah, I think I think about it like leverage, right? I have to try to set up my business where 1 hour of my time can be worth 8 hours, right? Like if you can do that, then you can run and operate multiple businesses. If you're working 12 hours a day in one business, it's impossible for you to have a second business, right? Which is fine. People don't need to have second businesses, right? But there's a book written back in, I think it was 2007, 2000. I think it was 2007, called The 4 Hour Work Week, right, by Tim Ferriss. Great book. Talks a lot about delegation and outsourcing. And in that book, talks about how to use time leverage. How can you figure out what is the most important thing that the business needs, and then just focus on that? And I'm not perfect at it. I still screw it up. But as I think about these different businesses and the teams I grow, it's all about that. How can I focus on the most important aspects of that business and delegate things that other people can take care of?
That's great. So, how do you measure success in your various role?
Yeah, I think the the first level of success is don't run out of money, right? And I say that because as a business owner, you can run out of money, right? Like that is a possibility. That's the big difference between being an employee and being a business owner. Is if you're an employee, you're probably going to get paid and you can get another job. If you're a business owner, you can run out of money. So object number one is don't run out of money. Make sure we have a profitable business so we can continue to make payroll and we can continue to live a good life. So I think that's priority one. Don't run out of money. Priority number two is make sure that I build a company with my team that I enjoy working at and feel valued at, and then the rest of the team does as well. I want people to be excited to come to work, as excited as you can be, right? Like we all go to work for the money, but hopefully it's also because we feel fulfillment and we feel excitement from that role. And then I think the third thing is I want my professional life to work with my personal life, right? Like on the personal side, I'm happily married. I have 4 young sons. I coach football. I want to make sure I can spend lots of time with my family. So I want to make sure that my business life helps me be better in my personal life. And I work a lot, but I want to make sure that that work doesn't take away from my personal life. I want to make sure it's collaborative and kind of a blend.
So, what's the most valuable lesson, or you can say the business lesson you have learned in the past 5 to 10 years?
The biggest lesson I've learned in the past 5 to 10 years, I think it's create a business, create business activities that you can do for 10 years, meaning um, do things that are very sustainable. Because in the US, the economy has been kind of crazy over the last 5 years. Interest rates have gone up, so it's kind of up and down over the last 5 years, and because of that, we've had to shift our business multiple times. So by shifting our business multiple times, it's kind of like we've had to start over multiple times. And every time you start over, you have to go back through all those processes, right? And part of it was just survival, and small businesses have to do what they need to do to survive. But my advice would be anytime you start a business, try to think about it like, hey, how can we keep this business alive for the next 5 to 10 years? How can we create cash flows so it will be alive for the next 5 to 10 years? Because if you can keep it alive for the next 5 to 10 years, there's a good chance that it's going to grow and you're going to make more money.
So, what difference do you feel as you work in the army now as the business? So, what's the difference, or what the lessons, or what the main objective you observed in the last 5 years?
And I think there's a lot of similarities between leadership in the military and leadership in the business world. I think the goals or the mission might be different, but as I said, I really like people. I led people in the military. Now I lead people in business. So I don't think there's a huge difference. I think one of the differences uh, maybe is in the military, you get assigned your team. They say like, hey, this is your team, go lead them. So then you have to try your best to coach, mentor, develop everyone on your team. Where in business, you are hiring and firing more, right? So you have to do a better job of assessing the right people on the team. And then you also have to be quick to, if someone is not a good fit on the team or they're not doing what you need them to do to grow, you have to fire that person and get someone else in there. So I think the people management or the staffing is a little different in the business world, but ultimately people are people. Leadership is very similar.
And if I talk about your vision, impact, and future goals, so are there any industries that you are passionate about exploring?
I'm a real estate guy. I love real estate. That's where I spent the majority of my professional time is in real estate, whether that's houses or commercial buildings. I love real estate. And I love real estate because it's all about the deals, right? Like I love deals. I love negotiating. I love trying to be creative to get real estate deals done. The hard part is the last 2 years in the United States, interest rates have been high, so getting real estate deals done has been very difficult. But all of my professional goals are in line with real estate and doing more real estate deals.
So, is there any moment that completely changed your perspective?
Yeah, I think there's lots of moments that changed my perspective. I think get in the military. One of the great things about the military is you get paid on the 1st and the 15th of every month, no matter what. You get paid your paycheck on the 1st, and then you get another paycheck on the 15th, and then when the 1st comes back around, you get paid again, right? Well, as an entrepreneur, you might not get paid at all, right? Like I've gone over a year without getting a paycheck. Sometimes you get a really big paycheck in one day, but it's lumpy, right? So I think just realizing that as an entrepreneur, you have to go make money every day because no one's going to pay you on the 1st and the 15th. I think that was a really big realization. I think because you're located in Pakistan. I'll talk about it a little bit. The back in 2020, I had a girl from Lahore reach out to me named Rita. She reached out to me in my Facebook DMs. I think she was 17 at the time, and she said, "Hey, I want to be a cold caller for you." And I was like, I don't even know you. Like, what is this? And she was like, I'll do anything. I'll work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'll do whatever it takes. I want a job. So I was like, I'll give you a job if you'll interview right now. And she said, yes, I'll interview right now. So she interviewed. We gave her a job, and she was amazing. She was one of our best cold callers. So I say that as a moment that a lot of people ask me, hey, how'd you get connected with Pakistan? I think we've worked with the Philippines a lot. We have a bunch of awesome Filipinos on our team, but how did we get hooked up with Pakistan? It all comes from Rita in Lahore connecting with me. She did awesome. And then we started hiring more and more people from Pakistan. And now we run a staffing company that staffs lots of different positions in US companies with Pakistanis. And it all started with a 17-year-old girl named Rita from Lahore that reached out to me in my Facebook DMs.
So, you are looking so humble. So, what you humble? What is the secret and the story behind it?
I think I'm a confident person, right? Like I'm very confident. But I think being humble is approachable. I think being humble is polite. I think the opposite of humble would be me talking about success and trying to make other people feel bad that maybe they haven't had success, and that's just not how I like to do it. And then I think I maybe I've had some success. But if you hang out on LinkedIn for a few minutes, you can see a lot of people with a lot more success, right? So I think it's easy to look at people and say, like, hey, that person's made it, right? They're successful. They're there. And I'll tell you, I'm still fighting every day to be successful. So through some people's eyes, they might look at me and be like, hey, he made it, he's successful. Through my own eyes, I'm looking at it like I fight every day to be successful. And I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna keep fighting.
So, Mr. John Plumstead, I would like to play a rapid fire or fun round with you. So, can I?
Let's do it. Yeah, rapid fire.
Yeah, I will ask the question and you have to give the answer in one word. So, my first question is coffee or tea?
Coffee. I'm drinking it right now. Coffee.
Oh, wow. So, early morning or late nights?
Neither. I uh, I get 8 hours of sleep every night. I don't like staying up too late, and I don't like waking up too early. I like being balanced.
Okay. So, book you had recommended to every leader. Is there any
I,
special book?
I would say maybe I'm avoiding the question, but read. The answer, my one word answer is read. Meaning, there's a lot of books. I probably read a book a week, and I have for the last 10 years. So, um, always buy the book. If you're interested in the book at all, buy the book. Even if you only read one chapter, read, read, read. I don't think you can read enough. I
Hmm.
love AI. I love all the short form video that's coming out. I love these podcasts, but everyone still needs to read, especially young people. I think unfortunately young people are getting away from reading. We need to push them back to reading. Reading is important.
All right. So here I would like the comment which I received from Miss Amna Javed and from the LinkedIn. She's saying, "Feel proud to be here, John. You are amazing."
I appreciate the compliment on this.
Thank you, Miss Amna Javed. So the next question is one word that people use to describe you.
Crazy. I'm loud. I'm
Mhm.
intense. I can be too much for people. People call me crazy, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, crazy. Mm. So
Yes.
your favorite military movie?
Favorite military movie? Um, I think I'd probably just go to a classic like 300 or some, the Spartans movie back in the day, or the movie Troy or Gladiator, something that's old school. I would probably pick.
Okay, so favorite city?
Favorite city? I live in Tampa, Florida, so I'd probably say Tampa, Florida. Yeah, I think that's good. Tampa, Florida is my favorite city.
That's great. So, is there any special thing or the secret that hidden in your personality, but mostly people don't know about it? So, is there anything would you like to share?
I don't think I have a lot of secrets. I think if you're looking for a piece of advice to be successful, especially in your position, I think you probably work with a lot of younger people. I would say um, everyone wants success now, right? And I want success now too. I'm no different, right? Like we all want it now. And what I've found is successful people make the decision to be successful, and then they just keep doing the right things over and over and over again for a long period of time. And sometimes success can come right away, and sometimes it takes a lot longer than we want. But to me, the only people that don't end up being successful are the people that stop doing the right things. As long as you keep trying to be successful and you keep doing the right things, eventually you end up being successful.
That's great. So, in the last, I will ask one more question as well as for my students. What do you think that how AI is changing, artificial intelligence changing the life?
I think it's incredible. And I think about the metaphor. If you've ever heard an astrophysicist talk about how big space is and how far away planets are and how fast the speed of light is, it's like it's hard to comprehend what that person's actually talking about, right? It's like I hear the words, but I don't know if I'm smart enough to understand this. I think about that with the adaptation and implementation of AI, right? Like the way that it's changed my life on a daily basis in the last couple years is incredible. And it's still, I would bet, among people in their 30s in the US, I bet less than 25% of people are using AI on a daily basis, right? So that means most people have no idea what's going on with AI. And then if we're using it, the people that are using it on a daily basis are seeing it get twice as good, right? Like it's doubling its productivity skills every couple months. So it's just incredible. So where is it going to be in 6 months, 12 months, 5 years? I don't know if I'm smart enough to even realize that. It's incredible where we're going.
Thank you so much, Mr. John, for your precious time and experience you shared, and all the things, and for the all answer in your positive response. So I'm very thankful from my heart, and especially from the Pakistan. So thank you so much. And my students will connect you, will send you a message. They would also like to do podcast with you. So
Awesome.
is it possible for you?
Yes, can you tell me a little bit about the school? That's how we initially got connected, and how I reached out is um I've got four sons, right? One of them is my two oldest is 12 and 13, and we're about to start summer break, right? So they've got no school for like the next 3 months. So I was thinking that they all want to make money too, right? Like they want to do nothing and want to make money. And then I saw your guys' curriculum, and I was super impressed with it. So I would love to hear just a little bit about what your guys' school does and what the curriculum is, and what your goals are.
In our school system, we don't use books, copies, pencils. This is paperless school. We just use only the laptop and the mobile. And they learn English by using the AI. They do coding by using the AI. The each and every task they use AI, AI, AI. Without AI, nothing. So our all school system based on artificial intelligence. So have you ever seen the school without books, copies, and the pen, pencil, the things in your?
No,
Have you seen before?
no, I've never seen it. That's why I'm so impressed and so interested.
Yeah, but we are, yes, we students only use laptop and mobile. But this is all paperless school, and this is the world first artificial intelligence school. They are doing coding, editing, the lots of things. Even they are learning English by using the app like Call Any, ChatGPT, or Maya, Sesame.ai. The lots of AI apps they are using. So the lots of things are there. Whenever you have time, so I will do one more podcast with you to give you a detail about my school, and as well as my students will connect you and will do podcast with you. So it will be, you will know more about the system.
Yeah, I would love that. And then what are the ages or grades of kids in your school?
Yeah, we take admission from 8 to 16, and we have grades like foundation level, level 1, level 2, level 3. And the each level, for example, foundation level is duration is 8 months, and the level 1 duration is 1 year. Same year, level 2 is what for the 1 year. So approx is the duration of this 8 month. So we are just giving the concept of entrepreneurship, leadership skills.
I love it. When I was looking for something similar for my kids in the U.S. and couldn't find what I was looking for, and then I saw your guys' school, and I was like, it's great. I want to learn more about it for my own kids, and love what you're doing with all your students. I think it's
So
incredible.
I will share the online pages link and my school pages link, so you can see the all activities what they are doing in physical campus and as well as the online campuses. So it will be more helpful for you to watch the all activities. That I think online is suitable for you. So I will share the links with you, so you can observe the all the things and all the curriculum what we are doing. What the fact, in our school we don't have teachers, we have facilitators, only facilitators. And we know we we think that only the AI is the teacher, not the human, not I am. So I can just facilitate, my team can facilitate to the students. And we think that
I,
AI is only the teacher.
I love
Huge
it. I think
knowledge,
it's
huge
yeah, it's
knowledge. Yeah.
very very progressive, very different than what you're seeing. But I think in the U.S. there's this push a lot to teach kids hard work, right? Everyone wants to teach kids hard work, so they want them to go mow people's grass or like clean, like hard labor, which is fine, right? Like kids need to know how to work hard, but there's so little education being done on AI right now. If I look at the schools I send my kids to, they're top rated schools and they do nothing with AI,
Hmm.
zero AI based stuff, and it's a huge disappointment. So I love what you guys are doing.
So, Mr. John, it will be the good opportunity as well as my student. They will connect you. They will send invitation for the podcast. So, please, I request you to do postcard also with them. We can create a
Yeah,
group. We can create a group, and I can add my students and my team so they can connect you easily. If
perfect.
you are
Let's do it.
comfortable.
Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know we were going to do a podcast today, but I'm always down for it. Podcasts or talking to groups or whatever. I that's something they taught you in the
Amazing.
military as well. You always just have to be ready for everything, right?
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. John, for your precious time. So we will connect you soon. So now I would like to say goodbye and good evening and good morning. I don't know what is time there. So bye bye and thank you so much. Take care.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bye bye.